commenting.
Mm-hmm. What up, fight fans? Welcome back, Algorithm versus Experts. I'm John Batanti, aka your MMA Sleepless Sharp, and this is the Josh Moody. That guy, the shirtless guy with the glasses. We're back. We're going to give you another breakdown, another fight week coming up in UFC. They're in Long Island this week. Before we forget, please like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Interested in all your comments about fights. Also, give us a comment on what you think me and Josh should bet. We've had a year-long. We're about 50-50 right now. We're about dead even. So we have a year-long bet. Whoever picks better, someone's going to lose something. So we're interested in ideas. We currently don't have anything yet. Anything else you're interested in? The channel has information. If you want access to our algorithms picks, currently hitting at 65%, shoot us an email for pricing and details. Quick recap last week. If anybody watched, RDA got knocked out in the 5th round. Some people called questionable stoppage, but it looked like a pretty good stoppage. Other than that, there wasn't that much exciting fights last week. I see 3 bangers on this week's card. Weird fact, this card is going to start at 11 a.m. and they're in New York, but it's going to start at 11 a.m. like Eastern time. It's pretty early. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, it's not even like they're in the arena where the New York Islanders play hockey, but hockey season's over. I don't know why it starts that early, but
Long Island at 11 a.m. I mean, I love it. I absolutely love it.
But it's very
like 4.
Yeah, main event I think is like 4:45-ish. I can't recall an East Coast like card that started this early ever.
Woo! I love it. I love it. That was one of my. That's been one of my least favorite things while living on the East Coast. Is 10 p.m. pay-per-view main card is bullshit. Bullshit. Yo, I was rough when I was starting them at 9. Right? Yeah. Like, most of my fandom has been in the Midwest.
True.
This is bullshit. It was actually kind of nice in Thailand when I could wake up on Saturday morning and be like, let me just watch a fight real quick. It was delightful.
Right. That must have been
nice. Like, this is awful.
The land of Thai. What was Josh Moody like in the land of Thai?
Tan.
Tan?
Super tan. I had a Airbnb. This was the first time I ever did Airbnb. So I had an Airbnb for a month, and the lady was just never there. Like, I would go days at a time without seeing her. It was a 3-story house. So I had my own 3-story house that I just never saw anyone at. I rented a moped for $67.
For like ever though, right? Like for
the whole month. Yeah, the whole month that I had it. It was $67 for the whole month.
Right.
But they held onto my passport. And then I just drove around the island. Right? So like I'd wake up for 7:30 Muay Thai, and then there'd be like a 10 a.m. wrestling or a 10 a.m. jiu-jitsu. So I'd do 2 hours of Muay Thai, go right to jiu-jitsu or wrestling. I'd come home, eat, lay in bed for like 3 hours, and then try and make it to night training. Although that didn't work out like early because you get too dehydrated. It's so humid there.
Right.
Almost as humid as New Jersey, except there it monsoons to break it. Like, I was there during monsoon season, but it would monsoon like twice a day for 20 minutes to be the most insane rains you've ever seen.
Right.
And by the time you then rode your moped home, changed your clothes, and got back outside, the outdoors is dry.
Wow.
It's not only done raining, but it's dry.
Damn, bro.
It was crazy.
That's Thailand. A good Thai. Wow.
I cannot recommend Thailand enough. We're gonna take the kids back at some point.
Let me know. I want to go there.
Hell yeah, we should go to Thailand.
I want to go. I want to go to Tiger Muay Thai one day and get my ass kicked and just say.
But I wish I had gone to Tiger Muay Thai, right? So I first heard about Tiger Muay Thai when I was like 18, right? Okay. I'm 31 now. So I was hearing about Tiger Muay Thai over a decade ago.
Okay.
Told me that it was like the mainstream McDonald's TGI Fridays, and I was like, nah, fucking, I'm not going to Tiger Muay Thai. So I went to Phuket Top Team, which was like a quarter of a mile down the road. There's a there's a road in Phuket, Thailand, called Soi Thai, and everything on the road serves to cater to fight tourism. Yeah, it means like the road or something like that. But the road's name is Soi Thai, and like everything on there is like health restaurants for fighters, massages for fighters, pharmacies where the fighters buy steroids, and then there's Phuket Top Team is on the on that road. Tiger Muay Thai is on that road. There's like 2 CrossFit gyms on that road and 6 little Muay Thai schools on that road, and then everything goes to the hotel. Every single thing on this 2-mile long road serves for fight tourism.
Damn.
It's really, really cool. And then like a mile and a half south of that is AKA Thailand.
Okay. I didn't even know they had one out there, but wow.
Yep. Mike Swick runs it. Mike Swick runs it. That used to be where Mark Hunt used to train out of there.
Okay.
Just a couple weeks ago, there was a girl, I think it was a girl that was fighting out of Phuket Top Team, or not Phuket Top Team, aka Thailand.
Right.
But yeah, that's one of the coolest facilities I've ever seen. Nick Catone's is the nicest facility I've ever been in, but aka Thailand was super cool too. Phuket or Tiger Muay Thai looked really cool from a distance, but I didn't actually check it out.
Okay. Cool. I like it. Good breakdown there. Good little insight. We got.
They go to Thailand. Don't bother with them.
I do want to go. I'm excited now. I'm all jazzed up. I want to feel the humidity and fucking kick some pads. We got fights this weekend, and we got to break them down. We got kicking it off bright and early. Jess Penn versus Emily Duco. Boom. Grappler? Question mark, maybe. Emily Duco's. Don't be fooled. Emily Duco's pretty skilled. She's been improving a lot recently. Jess Penn, 39 now, I think. 39, but she took a 4 years off. She took a long.
Take that time off. They wouldn't give her a fight.
They wouldn't give her a fight?
She had one injury, so she missed like a year for a legitimate injury, and then they just wouldn't give her fights. Like, I think she was going to sue them. She had to start driving Uber. She had to do an OnlyFans.
Yeah,
like,
I knew. I did
to supplement her income. So the fact that she can get back to fighting is very good for her. Right,
that's great. Yeah, I don't know what maybe it was her style. Like maybe they think her style's boring, but her last 2 fights were pretty exciting. She got a split decision over Loopy, which is hard, and it was grapple heavy. So she was grappling with Loopy. She ended up getting the win. Did she have the harder shots in that fight? No, she's not a powerful striker, but I think Loopy didn't do enough in that fight to sway the judges. Then she armbarred Carolina off that one. Her path to victory in this fight is to get it down to the mat. I mean, that's pretty much always her path to victory. I don't know if she's going to be able to do that. Emily Duco is pretty good in the clinch. She's going to have a really big striking advantage, whether by volume and power. I'm going to go with Emily Duco. I think she gets a win. What do you think?
I don't know anything about Emily Duco, but as I'm going through her record, the girl's got a lot of fucking fights since only 2015. She's got, as a pro, she's 11-6, and she went 3-2 as an amateur. And I recognize the names of almost everybody that beat her. Right, like she's got a loss to Emily Whitmire, who made it to the UFC. Alima Leigh McFarlane, who was the Bellator champion.
She's a good grappler.
I don't know who that girl is, but those two are. And then she did really well in Invicta. Like she beat Juliana Lima, who's a solid fighter who was just in the UFC.
Yep.
She's for a little bit. She was in the UFC for a little while. Danielle Taylor was in the UFC for a little while. Beat her in Invicta. And then who was this other girl? I don't know who this Alicia, whatchamacallit is.
She was the LFA champ.
Was she? She was the LFA champ before she went to Invicta?
Zepatella, yeah. Recently, yeah, that was.
Right, so like this girl's fighting solid competition, right? Like her opposition is all like double-digit wins up until we go back to her 11th fight. And then before that, it's her just scrubbing on bitches. But I don't know, man. Like, how old is she? She's 28 versus 39-year-old Jessica Penn.
11 years. Yeah.
I don't know enough about Duco to know if she can grapple. 0 take. Oh, she's never had a UFC fight. Okay, that's helpful. Jessica Penn only averages 1.5 takedowns per fight with a 25% accuracy. Oh, that's a problem. She took down Ronda Marcos 4 of 8 times. Ronda Marcos was a wrestler. I'm gonna go with the newcomer, Emily Duco. Yeah.
All right, we both got Emily to kick off this card. All right, next fight of the night: Dwight Grant, boo, versus Dustin Stoltzfus. Yeah, I am not a Dwight Grant fan at all, as we know, but capping his fights. Dustin Stoltzfus. Oh, somehow Dwight Grant opened for this fight like -175. Dustin Stoltzfus +140. I jumped on Dustin Stoltzfus right away. He's currently sitting at +105, so the line's dropping in his favor. Yeah, I mean, are we that confident in Dustin Stoltzfus? No, it's just a regular bet. But I'm really unconfident in Dwight Grant. I mean, you've seen Dwight Grant's style. I mean, when has a guy like ever just shown you like he puts things together? Like he's just always so lack of activity. Just doesn't really gets knocked out at like the worst times. Seems like he makes a ton of mistakes. He's very hard to take down, and he has a good get-up game. I'll give him that. But he's moving up in weight now. So he's obviously, they're trying to switch something up in his career. He's moving up right now. And I think they found Dustin Stoltzfus, who has a good record overall. Dustin Stoltzfus, so he's lost 3 fights in a row in the UFC. I get that. But he's lost to really good grapplers. He lost to Kyle Dawkins. He didn't get destroyed by Kyle Dawkins. He lost to Rodolfo Vieira. He was winning that fucking fight going to the 3rd round, and he got subbed. His other loss as well, he was probably – so he has a knack of – it looks like he gets tired in the 3rd round if he jumps ahead, and he gives up a submission. Dwight Grant is not submitting anyone. Dwight Grant's a striker. He's a kickboxer. I really like Dustin Stoltzfus to get this fight. I think he'll get this fight to the ground. I think he can get some control. I think he'll get some control time. I think the weight, that 10 pounds up, Dustin Stoltzfus can throw his hands a little bit. So I think Dwight Grant, I just don't see Dwight Grant doing enough to win a decision over anybody, let alone just knocking. I mean, can he knock him out? I guess, but I don't see it. I got Stoltzfus.
I don't. I just don't.
Yeah, that's a win for me. Let's go. You picking Dwight? Yes, I got a win there on you. Let's go. Easy win.
He lost 3 fights in a row in the UFC. He was losing his fight against Joe Pfeiffer before he slammed Joe, and Joe injured himself. Right, like Joe he had a catastrophic elbow injury. He'd be out for like 10 months. Had elbow surgery, all sorts of shit. It was really, really bad. Weird fact, I trained with him the week before that fight. And then he got injured in that fight. 3 weeks later, I trained with another guy a week before his Contender Series fight. He also got injured and had to take a year off. Turns out I'm bad luck for Contender Series. Just in that, oh shit, I shouldn't say that. Jimmy will hear it. And then he won't want me around. Anyways. So Dwight Grant has 100% takedown accuracy. Riddle me that, sir. And
how many takedowns? 3 in all his fights. Yeah.
I'm good. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm good.
7 fights, 5 fights.
I'm good. Yeah, I'm not worried about Dwight Grant's takedown game.
He's taking people down, homie. He's taking people down. I'm just saying. He took down Masaranduba. Who takes down Masaranduba? The other thing is Stoltzfus gets hit. Stoltzfus gets hit more than he lands, and Dwight Grant the opposite. I don't like people that take damage if they're not giving it out faster.
I'll take Stoltz at the chin in this case. But, well, then I know who you're picking in the next fight because we got, that's not the next fight. I'm sorry, because switch plans. So Bill Algeo, Herbert Burns, they both lost their opponents. So they're going to meet and bang at 145. Somehow Bill Algeo opens up like a minus 200 favorite. Another bogus line, in my opinion, over Herbert Burns. Herbert Burns, we haven't seen him in 2 years, but Bill Algeo is going up 10 pounds. Bill Algeo has no defense. Like, his striking defense is probably below 40%. That's just his style. He got submitted 3 times in his career, but that was earlier. He's a black belt in BJJ now. I think his get-up game is really good. Herbert Burns, last we saw him, he got knocked out as a huge favorite, huge prospect. I don't know if it's got anything to do with his brother. His brother's success kind of came after 2020, so I don't know if that's played into it or not. But Herbert Burns has power.
He's a really tough fighter.
What's that?
The dude he fought beat the shit out of me the one time I ran into him. Yeah, that dude's super good.
Yeah, no, Daniel Pineda, he's a pit bull, right? Pitbull Pineda. Yeah, no, Daniel Pineda is tough. Yeah. Herbert Burns, he got gashed in that fight. If you look at his career path, like, he was getting some easy finishes, early finishes. He just wasn't ready for a UFC caliber guy that could fight 15 minutes, in my opinion. He's taking time off, maybe like plus hype train gets in your head, like. And he's coming back now. I think this suits him really good. Bill Algeo, another thing, he has no striking defense, and you could take the man down. Even though he's been good at getting back, his get-up game is good, his BJJ knowledge is strong. I mean, if you could take the man down and Herbert Burns is a harder puncher and Algeo has no defense, I got Herbert Burns here. Upset, take that line. I got Burns. What do you got? Algeo off a weight class, too. So
Derek to get on the UFC, get into the UFC. So his grappling's got to be really good. But nobody had a takedown attempt in that. Oh, okay. Derek Minner attempted a takedown, and Herbert must have just come up on top. His numbers are kind of skewed. He's got a lot of takedowns given the amount of fights he's had. It says over 4.5 takedowns per fight. That being said, he lands less than 2 strikes per minute and gets hit for 5.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't look good. But Bill Algeo, I don't think this dude's looked that great. Has he? No. Yeah, his wins are both to people that aren't still in the UFC. Oh no, Tubero's still here. That's the dude that beat Touchy Feely recently. Nah. Fuck, I don't like this fight at all for either of them. I don't want to pick either people.
Pick one.
Bill Algeo.
All right.
Bill Algeo, yeah.
All right. Next one. Light heavyweights. All right, Justin Jacoby, Da Un Young. All right, so here's another thing where you don't like Da Un Young. He likes to get hit too. He'll trade with you because the man just hits hard. Knockdowns in, I think, his last 3 fights. He's got knockdowns. He got a split draw against Sam Alvey. He looked pretty bad in that fight. He looked slow.
How do you knock down Sam Alvey and still only get a draw?
He looked terrible in that fight. He looks just like he didn't want to be there. I don't know I think it was his first fight after like a quarantine layoff and everything. Like, he just, like, the first round and a half, like, he just wasn't in that fight. Like, he was just getting outlanded, out everything. Just didn't look like. Then the third round he came alive. I think he won the third round 10-8. He knocked Sam Alvey down twice. And he ended up getting a split draw. So Yeah, he just didn't. Whatever for that, he just didn't have it that night. But the guy's 15-2 overall. He's got some decent takedown, decent wrestling too in his back pocket. Jacoby, Jacoby's he had the fight against Ian Kutalaba. He got taken down a ton, but he always got up. Didn't take a lot of damage. Kutalaba ended up gassing. Jacoby's got good volume for a heavyweight. Good combos, finishes off with leg kicks as well. This is a really close fight. I mean, the line is pretty 50-50. My algorithm says this is 50-50. Yeah, I really don't know. I saw the line swing today towards Darjee Young being the favorite. He was the small dog all week, but I don't know. This is Darjee Young hits harder for sure. But I don't know if Dustin Jacoby is the easiest guy to hit, whereas Darjee Young is easy to hit. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really tough fight. I guess I'll go with Young just because he's shown me that he can finish fights and he's got. What do you think?
I mean, do you see Darjee Young grappling a lot? Shit, he's done one night 8 times. Yeah, that's actually super impressive. Because William Knight is a fucking ox.
Yeah, that fight.
Dustin Jacoby's got really, really good striking. Like really well composed striking. But looking into Darjee Young, he's got good wins. Like Slow Mike's a good win. Sam Alvey's a good win. I mean, like that's not a win; it was a draw. Knocking down Sam Alvey is an impressive feat. Sam Alvey didn't get dropped like that. Oh, turns out, yes, he does. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people recently. He's been getting knocked down.
Recently, but he's got a lot of weather in that chin. So
yeah, man. Sam Alvey was like the #1 fighter in Wisconsin when I was still in high school. Yeah, dude's been around forever. Forever. He's got 1,000,000 fights. Yeah, he's got 50 professional fights. I'm gonna go with Dustin Jacoby primarily to pick opposite of you, but Darjee Young looks like somebody that we should pay attention to.
It's a 50-50 fight. Yeah, go for it. You should go against me here because it's a tough fight. Definitely no bets there, but we'll see. All right, next fight. It's one of the bangers. I'm excited for this fight. This is a crime. I mean, this is a shame. How the fuck is this fight not on the main card? Ricky Symone versus Jack Shore. Jack Shore's 16-0. Ricky Simone's been a machine. And somehow this is a co-main on the prelims. What the fuck is going on, UFC? Like, stop it. I mean, they really fucked this up. I mean, this should be on the main card with these fights. Let's be honest here. All right, Jack Shore, 16-0. Jack Shore has really underrated striking, in my opinion. And his defensive wrestling is fucking awesome. I saw it against the Timor Vallia fight. He's pretty well-rounded for coming. Is he Wales or Britain?
Welsh. Wales is part of Britain.
Yeah, dude. No, Jack Shore is well-rounded. Like, I know there's a knock on British fighters can't wrestle or whatever. It seems like Jack Shore and Aspinall are really well-rounded to me. Ricky Simone's been fucking clubbing people, like, just not even close. I mean, the man's a machine. I think both of these guys can go 15 minutes hard wrestling, striking. Jack Shore, this fight opened up a pick 2, and all of a sudden the public's betting Jack Shore. The public's usually fucking wrong by default. The reason why I just see it being wrong is Ricky Simone's just fault. Look at his resume. I mean, this guy has, in a short time, Ricky Simone's, he's 19-3 now. He's winner of 4 in a row. Like, we'll just go back. He's the last guy to beat Merab Davishvili. So he guillotine choked Merab Davishvili. He beat Montel by decision. He beat Ronnie Yahya. Fought Uriah Faber, no problem. Went the distance with Rob Font. Beat Ray Borg. Then we get a little guy. He finished Carello. He He was in charge of Brian Kelleher, and then he knocked out Rafa Asuncao. Like, he's just really fought. I mean, his competition is it's not even close in the competition. So I mean, Jack Shore's awesome too. I don't know. I'm gonna go Ricky Symone just because I don't. I think he can just get dirtier. I think he can. I think he can take Shore's punches and go through them, get takedowns, um, have some success on the ground in the clinch. I don't think he's gonna get knocked out. What do you think?
I keep hearing Jack Shore get called the Welsh George St. Pierre. He's got a lot of takedowns in 5 fights.
Yep. Ricky's an excellent wrestler.
Yeah, so does Ricky Symone.
I'm excited for this fight. This is a great fight.
I didn't know who Jack Shore was until he fought Timur Valiev. He went undefeated as an amateur too, so he's 27-0.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's never lost.
Just absurd. Ricky Symone went 6-0 as an amateur and is now 19-3 as a professional. Anderson Dos Santos, who is that? I don't know who that guy is.
He definitely like Valiev was the toughest opponent he fought, and Valiev that was around a piece going to the 3rd round. Valiev he made some more Valiev mistakes in the 3rd round. He got beat, and ultimately he got dropped by the UFC, or maybe he just wanted out of there. But
he got cut.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that's bad. Like that doesn't age bad with me. Like like we've been talking about how like wins and losses sometimes age bad. No, like that's an impressive win. Timur Valiev is a fucking scrap. Jack Shore, really good. And that was around a piece going to the 3rd round. And Jack Shore definitely dropped him in the 3rd round and controlled the 3rd round, and he won the fight. So, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Jack Shore.
All right, we got a lot of differences. No, all right, I like it. So your main event on the prelim was very questionable. Puna Haley Soriano Dolce Lungiambula. So this fight this isn't a bad fight either, because both guys throw every punch with all their power. Like, these guys just load the fuck up, and they're going to try to crack you. Both guys struggle with cardio after a round and a half. Punahele Soriano, last saw him, he was a favorite over Nick Maximov. And for the most part, Maximov just uses wrestling, was able to get control of that fight. Even though Soriano didn't have a bad grappling match. Like, he didn't get submitted. He had a lot of get up to him. He did a lot of things good. He showed his wrestling. He's got good wrestling. He just got out grappled and he got tired. It was a tough match. He
got taken down 11 times.
Yeah, I mean, but it was like he did, but it was just like chain wrestle takedown. Chain wrestle, I get out, and he gets taken down. But he didn't. It wasn't that bad. Luckily, I don't think he has to worry about wrestling in this one, because these guys both want to knock your block off. But if anything, Soriano showed that he can not get submitted on the ground. He's not going to take a lot of damage, and he will get back up. You can maybe you'll take him down again. But this guy, he's not looking to wrestle. They're looking to knock each other out.
Nick Maximov doesn't attempt submissions. Not really. Not much.
Okay. Yeah, maybe he did in that fight. It was more control and thing. But regardless, I've seen Dolce. This line opened up wider. Soriano opened up like -320, which is really crazy, because Dolce has power, but the line's dropping a little bit. I'm still going to go with Soriano to get the win. I can see this fight being sloppy though late. If nobody gets finished in a round and a half, these guys are going to get tired. It could get sloppy and ugly. Who you got?
Both guys get tired. Oh, dude's from South Africa. No, he's from the Congo.
Congo.
I don't like the way that his record looks. That Dolce Lungiambula's record looks. I can't even remember him, like how he fights. But I mean, a loss to Magomed Ankalaev. Okay, cool. Ankalaev's really good. He beat Daquan Townsend and Marcus Perez. I don't think either of them are in the UFC anymore.
No. but they had good records.
Hey, Marcus Perez is 13-6. Daquan Townsend is 23-12. But both of those dudes aren't in the UFC anymore, right? So the only dudes he can beat are fighters that don't make it in the UFC. Marc-Andre Barrios. Did he just win again? Oh, he beat Jordan Ryan. He's fighting Fluffy in a couple months. Nah, man. Can't pick Darjee. Is Darjee good for takedowns? I don't think so.
No.
2. Took down Daquan, couldn't take down Ankalaev, took down Perez. He takes down kind of everybody a little bit. As much as Punahele has shit takedown defense, I don't.
It was really good until he fought Maximum.
Was it? Because I don't. These other dudes, Allen only attempted one. Duco Tavorovic didn't attempt any. Oscar Pejota didn't attempt any. And Punahele Soriano, and Jamie Pickett didn't attempt any.
Yeah.
So 4 fighters in a row didn't try to take him down. 3 fighters in a row didn't try. Brendan Allen did it once.
They knew. They knew they couldn't take him down.
They knew. They knew. I still got to go with Punahele.
All right, Punahele. Moving on to the main card, we got Lucky Lauren Murphy. Miesha Tate is back. 3rd fight since the comeback. So Miesha Tate's moving down. She came back her comeback fight. She won. Then she fought Ketlin Vieira. Lost the decision, but her striking has looked really good since she came back. She was known as a grappler before she left. When she comes back now, her striking looks really improved. But she's going down to fight Lauren Murphy. If there's a knock against Lauren Murphy's record here, it's like her wins, just questionable wins. Hasn't beaten it. I mean, the questionable decision over Andrea Lee. Yeah, I think most people had her losing that fight. Beat Mara Barella. That's not great. You beat Roxanne. Okay. I have no idea who Lilia Shakarova is. And she won a split over JoJo Wood, who everybody's beating up lately. Did she look terrible against Valentina? No, she was all right until the third and fourth round. Like she was never winning the fight. She didn't win any rounds, but she wasn't getting crushed until 3rd and 4th round. That being said, I don't know how Miesha Tate's going to look with the weight cut and stuff. I think that's going to play a big factor. Miesha Tate's game is take you down overall, but her striking's been better. I'm going to go with Miesha Tate.
Yeah, I have never liked the way that Lauren Murphy looks in her fights. Like, even when she wins, I'm like, what just happened? Okay, I guess. Why is this division so weird? Like, 115 is excellent.
Yeah.
And 135 isn't terrible. Why is 125 terrible? Like, you'd think that how have girls not met in the middle and it's worked out, right? Like, that division should be full and good.
Yeah.
Miesha lost to Ketlin Vieira. Still getting takedowns all over the place. Raquel Pennington, was that before? That was, oh my God, she lost to Pennington. 3rd fight back. Took down Renew 3 times. Yeah, I'm going to go with Miesha as well.
Mm-hmm.
But, on the record. But, I wouldn't be surprised if Lauren Murphy wins this fight.
No, I wouldn't either.
Make girls that she should lose to look bad and then beat them.
Mm-hmm. Next fight, banger. Other banger of the night. We got Shane Burjos, Charles Jourdain. Burjos opened up about a -225 favorite. which I was surprised at. Charles Jourdain's been getting some action as of now. It's been more. Shane Burjos is about a -160 favorite. This is going to be a really good fight. Seeing Burjos. So Burjos lives and dies with his chin. He definitely wants to trade and come forward. He hits like the man can punch. The man hits hard. For this division, this weight class. Jourdain is a good striker in his own right. He doesn't have the power of Burjos, but or the volume, but he can strike. He's going to have to counter strike here and get Burjos to respect his striking. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. The other big thing he has against him is Burjos has a 6.5-inch reach advantage on him, which I don't like. So I'm gonna go with Shane Burjos here, just because I know how he's next level tough. I mean, you really gotta do something crazy like Edson Barbosa did, and like just he still didn't even want to go down, like, and his brain didn't work. That crazy step backwards when he just started walking backwards, like, and fell down. I think, and his losses, he hasn't lost. He's lost to like elite guys. But I got Burjos.
Yeah, Charles Jourdain has actually looked really good. I've been super impressed with him. But then I look at his record and I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe I just didn't like. He beat Duho Choi. That's super impressive. Like, okay. Duho Choi's lost 3 in a row. Damn, why did Duho Choi lost 3 in a row? Still, beating Duho Choi is super impressive. Losing Touchy-Feely, take it or leave it. Losing Josh Kuleba, that's a draw. I was super impressed when he beat Lando Venata, but he's also an action fighter. So 2 inches of height, 5.5 inches of reach, or 6 inches of reach. Both of them have super high work rates. Charles Jourdain works 5.5 strikes per minute, but he absorbs 4.5. And then Shane Burgos lands 8 strikes per minute.
Yeah, he's always action.
Absorbs 6.7. That's absurd. His takedown defense is 91% in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 UFC fights. 91% takedown defense. That's stupid high.
Yeah, I don't think he has to worry about getting taken down much in this fight either.
Yeah, Charles Jourdain has never shot a takedown. Submission attempts. He's got it. I mean, Charles Jourdain has a lot of knockdowns, though. As many knockdowns as Shane Burgos has, but not as many wins. I gotta go with Shane Burgos, but honestly, I think that if you
could be a close fight.
This is like I think that Charles Jourdain is a good money buy.
Fuck yeah, that's why he's been going down. Yeah, he's a good pick. All right, next fight. Sumo Darjee, Matt Schnell. They saw Matt Schnell getting crazy scrap with Brandon Royval, fight of the night, and he got – was it fight night? No, maybe it was the performance of the night. I'm not sure. But he got submitted in the first round. So Matt Schnell in his career, terrible wrestling, terrible takedown success. I think he's like 20% in his career. He likes to stand up and strike. That's a mistake. Sumo Darjee is a really good striker. Even if he tries to take Sumo Darjee down, Sumo Darjee's got pretty good takedown defense. I don't think that's a path for him anyway. Matt Schnell, I think Sumo Darjee crushes him, honestly. I think this is a big mismatch for Matt Schnell. I think he's going to get knocked out. He's going to want to stay. He wants to stand. He's going to stand. He's going to try to bang. I think Sumo Darjee is going to light him up. How about you?
Yeah, I can't see Matt Schnell beating Sumo Darjee.
No, I don't see either. I think Sumo Darjee is really good. He's minus 250, and I don't want to leg anything over minus 150 in MMA. But I think this is a really good bet. Money line, like Sumo Darjee. I think he wins this fight. I think he finds a finish too, but
He came to the UFC off of a loss. That's weird.
he's impressive, man. He's the Tibetan Eagle.
That's super weird. His loss was against the Southern Eagle.
Nice.
Is that his only loss? 4 losses, 16-4. Yeah, man, I got the Tibetan Eagle, Sumo Darjee.
Yeah, I like it. But that's move. All right. Li Jianglong, the Leech, against Muslim Salikov.
Li Jingliang is the dirtiest fighter in the UFC.
Nice. I've been waiting for someone's going to bring a fight to Salikov, someone that can actually like do something for 15 minutes, and I think this is going to be it. I really think Li can do some things here to win this fight. Salikov has shown that he will, the king of Kung Fu, he will gas. He will gas. I'm really unimpressed with his resume. I think Li Jianglong can do a lot of things in this fight. I think he's got past the victory. I think he can use his wrestling, his clinch, his striking. I think he'll be able to handle the punching power of Salikov. I got the Leech. I got the upset here. Small upset, not a big one.
You got the Leech.
Got the Leech, bro.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Train with Nuba, yeah, interesting. Sanshao, king of Kung Fu. Oh, yeah, I'm remembering more and more who Muslim Salikov is. He's got a lot of good wins. Nordine Taleb, that's a really good win. Laureano Staropoli, that's a good. I mean, that dude looked good the couple times I saw him fight. Fought Melvin Gillard. That's sad. And then Elias Zaleski. That's a big fucking win. But the Leech also beat Elias Zaleski. That's such a fucking hard name. Elias Zaleski. And he beat the Pawns. That was impressive. Beating the Pawns, like, hot damn, yo. But fuck Ling Jingliang. So I got Muslim Salikov.
Oh shit! All right. Co-main event: Michelle Waterson and Amanda Lemos. So Lemos is moving down to 115 for this fight. I think this is a straw, or is Waterson moving down? Waterson's moving down. Somebody's moving down. Waterson's moving down. Lemos 115 straw weight. Waterson's going to go from flyweight 125 to 115.
Waterson's been a 15er forever.
She has? I thought she's been 125 straw weight.
Oh, shit.
She's listed as a flyweight.
Why is she listed at 125? Who did she fight? She fought Marina Rodriguez.
Oh, but maybe because she took that on short notice and she fought 125, and that's why they have to. That's probably it. Yeah. Okay, yeah, but she's been a straw weight. You're right. Lemos, was her last fight into the Hill? Was that her last fight? No, by Jess Andrade. Yeah, and that was straw weight too. Yeah. So this line opened retarded. This line opened up Lemos minus 500, which is ridiculous because Michelle Waterson is really hard to finish, and Michelle Waterson does have a lot of activity. She's very well rounded. If she gets you down and gets on top, she has really heavy top pressure, really good ground and pound, and she'll look for submissions. Michelle Waterson is she's well-rounded, very well-rounded fighter. The fact that she's really hard to finish I don't see how Amanda Lemos could be minus 500, even though she's got power. She has power. Questionable decision against Angie Hill. She looked like she got a little tired there. And then her striking the little bit of that fight, I mean, she looked fast against Andrade. She looked fast. She looked sharp. Andrade didn't get into the fight yet, but Andrade pulled off the 6th submission. I'm gonna go with Ramos to win the fight, but I think it's a little closer than minus 500 or whatever the line is.
I see Lemos beating her. I don't I don't see a path to victory for Michelle Waterson. I think that the game's kind of passed her by. Like, I think she's a cool fighter. Like, I don't know. She's an interesting personality. She had a couple of good wins, but overall, if you look at her record, like, that girl's not even a 115er. She's a 105er.
She used to be an atomweight, I think.
Mm-hmm. That's where her victories are. Her victories are really at 105. That's what she was like an Invicta champ and whatnot. But like since she's been in the UFC, she really hasn't done super well.
No.
With Blackzilians. Yeah, I'm going with Amanda Lemos.
Yeah, I'm going with Lemos.
I didn't know until like an hour and I mean, I knew her last fight. But she's looked super good. That girl's knocked down everybody.
Yep.
Except for Andrade. Ortega versus Yair. Ooh. All right, your main event: Brian Ortega versus Yair Rodriguez.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good fight. So I mean, Ortega's been shown a lot. Not that Yair's looked really good too. Yair fought really good against Max Holloway. He just got outgunned a little bit. Ortega, the knock on it was like, oh, he can just take you down. But since like Holloway fight, Zombie fight against Volkanovski, I mean, Ortega's shown a well-rounded game. He's shown a lot of improvement. He's not just a grappler. This is just a really good fight. I just give Ortega his knockdowns and takedowns that he had against Holloway, the Zombie, and Volkanovski. Those guys are really hard to take down. And I think he took them all down twice each. He couldn't keep up with Holloway's volume. He ended up getting knocked out. He also knocked down the Zombie, which is really hard to do. Zombie has a chin. Zombie has takedown defense. And he hung in there with Volkanovski. I mean, he almost submitted the guy. I mean, he just, needed to tighten a couple things up, and that could have went a different way. We haven't seen him since. But I think he has a clear path to victory here with getting this fight on the ground. I know Yair showed a good get-up game against Holloway, but I think Ortega's next level when he gets you down. Whereas he's looking for attack or submission right away. I don't think Max Holloway was looking for that in that fight at all. So I think Ortega wins this fight. I think this fight finishes in under 4.5 rounds. I think Ortega wins by submission.
Under 4.5 or under 2.5?
4.5 rounds. It's a 5-rounder.
Oh, okay. So this is just the bet is just not go to decision, basically.
Under 4.5. Well, no, if it gets finished late in the figth, you would lose. But I think it finished. I think it just. I don't think it gets there. I think this fight's done in the second or third round, one way or another.
Jeremy Stevens took him down 3 or 4 times. Jeremy Stevens barely. Oh my God, he fought Mateus Camera. Oh yeah, I saw that. Yair's definitely. You can definitely take Yair down.
Yeah.
Yair's super exciting and super interesting to watch.
Sure.
But lost to Max, didn't finish Jeremy Stevens, barely beat Chan Sung Jung. Like, he knocked him out, right? But he was losing that fight. And then before that, Frankie flatlined him. Frankie fucked him up.
Yeah.
BJ was only put in there for him to stunt on BJ. Alex Carceres is a good fighter. Andre Fili is also a good fighter, but neither of those really feel like a position where, like something. I don't know, man. As time goes on, I'm almost like, is Yair overhyped?
No, he's good. He's really good. But
I'm feeling the Ortega win. I'm feeling the Ortega win.
I feel this is a really good fight, really good matchup for Ortega coming off the time from the Volkanovski loss. I think he can really, if he puts it together here, he can make a charge right back up, maybe try to get a rematch and another fight or two, because there's not really anybody for Volkanovski to fight. So if Ortega gets a big win here, maybe he gets a rematch right away because there's not anybody else to fight. And that was Volkanovski's one of his best title defenses, aside from the Holloway second fight. That was a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, this should be an exciting fight either way.
Yeah.
Two fucking forward, two crazy aggressive Mexicans. It's gonna be great.
I like it. I love it. Be sure that Ortega by sub prop. Jump on that. That'll probably come out tomorrow or Friday. I would look for that. Jump on it. Try to get the best price. I think that is live.
Has there even submitted? Nah. Nope. I wouldn't pick that. I do not expect him to lose by submission.
No. I think
it's gold, but I don't think he'll get submitted.
All right. No, he might not.
I think it's more likely that he loses by like elbow or something weird, like a cut, than he does by submission.
Yeah.
Because Yair doesn't get tired either, right?
No, it seemed like his cardio was pretty good against the Holloway fight. He looked like he was pretty good for 5 rounds.
Yeah. Yeah, I do believe that Ortega wins this fight, but I expect this one going to decision. Featherweights don't get finished. The top, at least.
All right. That's it. That's a card breakdown, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe. If you enjoy the content, share it with a friend. Comment to us. Tell us who you like, why you like it. Interested in hearing your thoughts.
Tell a friend to tell a friend, motherfuckers. This time and every time. Thank you for being here.
There it is.